But can you see the board clearly? If any time, right? If you see the board blur, hari board එක blur වුණොත් hari please let me know. Please don't send messages at that time. hari please turn on your mic and speak up. So board එක blur වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා කියන්න. එතකොට right? මොකද around like 7:38, right? Traffic will be I mean data traffic හරිද? මේක පොඩ්ඩක් වැඩි වෙනවා. මොකද කට්ටිය ඔක්කොම ගෙදර ඇවිල්ලා අම්මලා තාත්තලා එහෙම ගෙදර ඇවිල්ලා වොස් දාලා කාලා බීලා ඒ වෙලාවට තමයි YouTube එකම ගිහිල්ලා Facebook එකම ගිහිල්ලා මේ අලුත් news ටික බලන්නේ. එතකොට පොඩ්ඩක් slow වෙනවා. හොඳේ. එතකොට sometimes the board can be blurred. හරි? Right. Okay පුතේ. So let's go to the homeworks. Right. Review exercise. Right. In the review exercise, right? Second question, right? So shall I share the screen? Oh, දැන් තමයි පුතේ පටන් ගන්න යන්නේ. I'll share the screen. Wait. Kirusha සෙනුල නෑ නේද?
No, sir.
නෑනේ. මැසේජ් එක දාන්න ඉතින්. ඉතින් මැසේජ් එක දැම්මම තමයි දෙන්න ජොයින් වුනේ යාර. Right. Okay පුතේ ඉන්න මම I will share the screen නා. Screen එක share කරන්න. Right. Okay, hope you can see. You know, if you do that exercise, right? So review exercise and yes, I will discuss the second question. And this one, I will discuss this one, right? So I hope you have done this. Right? Most of you guys have done, right? Right. Okay. Now look at the book. So පුතා මේ සමහර කට්ටිය ඕකේ එවනකොට හරිද? දැන් සමහර answers වල එයා calculate කරන්නේ number of bricks හරිද? ගඩොල් සංඛ්‍යාව calculate කරන්නේ. But at the end 480යි centimeters කියලා. So 480 centimeters. හරිද? At the end it should be 480 bricks. But accidentally it's like 480 centimeters. But CEO he is calculating a number of bricks. At the end there is a unit as well, centimeters. Guys, exam එකේදී හරිද? වරදින හොඳේ. එයා hina වෙනවා දැන්. හරි. Right. Okay. එහෙම වෙන්න බෑ උත්. හරි. Right. Okay පුතේ. So let's read the question. Hirusha එව්වේ නෑනේ ගෙදර වැට්ටි.
Sir, I got the tube now.
බොරු කියන්න එපා. මොකක්ද ඔය එකක් කියන්න.
නෑ සර් ඇත්තටම මේ දැන් ටිකකට කලින් ද ටියුට් එක ගත්තේ.
ඉතින් ඒක වමුණා. ඉතින් මේ දැන් ටියුට් එක දාලා සතියේ.
ඔව් සර් මේ අද ක්ලාස් එක එන්න කලින් විනාඩි 20ක් තියෙදි මතක් වුණේ ටියුට් එක තියෙනවා.
මම දන්නේ. හරි ඕකේ. right. හරි එක්කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා කරදාගෙන මම දන්නවා මේ මිනිස්සයා කොහොමද ගෙදරට කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා එක්කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. හරි. මුණ පෙන්නන්නෙත් නැහැ. එදා ඇක්සිඩන්ට්ලි මුණ පෙන්නුවා ඩිලිස් කරලා. හරි. මම කියන්නේ කවුද කියලා. හරි. ඕකේ. Alright, so second one. Page number 2, review exercise, second question. Right? Perimeter lesson. Homeworks. Right? Review exercise. Page number 2. Second question. The perimeter of a square shaped wall tile is 160 centimeters, right? So there is a wall tile. It is a square shaped wall tile, right? It is something like this. So for a square shape wall tile, right? So all the lengths of the square, right, should be equal together, and these angles are 90 degrees, right? Right, 90 degrees, right? So the perimeter has been given in this one, right? So total perimeter has been given. The perimeter is P is, so I will write perimeter. Right? Perimeter equals 160 centimeters, right? Right. How many such tiles are needed for one lengthwise row of a wall of length 4 meters? Now there is a wall, right? Now there is a wall something like this. So we have to take the lengthwise is, right? This is a total wall, right? And length is 4 meters, right? Total length is 4 meters of this wall. Right? Right. Now how we are going to obtain the answer, right? Because they are asking from us if the tiles are to be fixed without any gaps, right? Without any gaps, right? Like this, right? So on and so forth. Now tiles are completing, right? Tiles should be attached or tiles should be applied for this wall until it is, right, fully filled, right? So without any gaps, so there is 0 gaps between two tiles. And also only things that you have given is the perimeter of one tile, right? Perimeter of a tile and the length of the wall, right? Now they are asking how many tiles are needed to completely attach for this wall, completely fill this wall without any gaps, right? Right. Now first of all, you do not know the length of this. Sorry, you do not know the length of one side of this square tile, right? So you can find it by using 160 centimeters. That is your perimeter of this tile. And secondly, right, this is the wall and the length is given by using meters, but this is centimeters, correct? So first of all, convert this 4 meters into centimeters as well, because you are getting the length of this tile in centimeter, right? Length of this tile in centimeter. Right. Now I am going to do this step by step. First of all, I am going to find the side length of this square. Sorry. Right. So, right, take A as the, right, take simple A as the length of a side of a square, length of a side of the tile, right? Tile के लिए ना, right? Tile, right? So the length is A, right? So perimeter. perimeter of tile, right? We know that is 160 centimeters, right? By using this A, how we are going to write that same perimeter in a different way? A plus A plus A, A plus A plus A plus A, that is 4 times A, right? That means 4A.
4A.
Yes, super. Perimeter can be written down as 4A of
4A.
yes, of this type, right? So that this 4A same perimeter is equal to this 160 centimeters. Right. Now you can find the length of one side of this type, right? Which is A, right? So what can you do now?
We can divide by the coefficient.
Yeah, we can divide by this 4, right? Both sides you need to divide by 4, right? This side and this side. So 4 times 1 and 4 times 1, right? So value of A is 160 divided by 4, right? So length
40.
should be 40.
40.
Yes, 160 divided by 4.
40 centimeters.
Yes, 40 centimeters, right? So now we have done our question, right? Up to 50%. Now 50% of the question is done, right? Now we have to find the number of tiles. To that, if we want to find the number of tiles, we need to convert this 4 meters into centimeters first. Why? Because length of one side of this tile is in centimeters, right? So then we are going to divide this whole length by this 40 centimeters so that we can get the number of tiles, because this is 40 centimeters. Length of one tile is 40 centimeters and length of this wall is 40 meters. You know how to convert this 40 meters into centimeters. Can anyone tell me?
We have to multiply by 100.
Yeah, we have to multiply by 100. Senula innone mම message එකක් දාන්න ගියා phone එකත් අතර ගත්තා, right? Senula. Hi. How many centimeters are there, Senula? I am asking from Senula. How many centimeters are there for 1 meter? Oh. Okay, Gayumi. How many centimeters are there for 1 meter? පුතේ Gayumi. Senula මට අහුත් නෑ Senula. Senula ඊටපුක ඉඳලා යනවා. අවුදේ?
100 centimeters.
කීයද?
100.
Yeah, 100. So you know 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Right? So how we are going to obtain how many centimeters are there in 40 meters? What you need to do?
Excuse me, sir. Isn't it 4 meters?
අවුදේ?
Sir, ඒක 4 meters නෙමෙයි.
Sorry. Yes. It should be 4 meters. Yeah. Right, 4 meter into centimeters. Thank you, Chiran.
400 centimeters.
Yeah, 400. So 1 meter contains 100 centimeters. 1 meter contains 100 centimeters. So 4 meter contains 100 into 4. 100. Yes, 100 multiplied by 4 cent. So 400 centimeters. So this whole length, this whole wall, right, is 400 centimeter in length, right? 4 meter equals 400 centimeters, right? Now you know length of one side of this tile as well, and you know the whole length of the wall, right? So what you have to do to find the number of tiles?
We should divide the length of the wall by the length of the tile.
Yes, we should divide the length of wall
Divided by length of tile.
length of tile, right? So length of the wall is 400 centimeters. So Buddha, when you are dividing these things, right, you have to use the same unit, right? You cannot apply like this. මෙහෙම කරන්න බෑ. Length of the wall is in 4 meters, right? And length of the tile is, right? Length of the tile is 40 centimeters, right? May different two units ne? Meter divided by centimeter. You cannot do that, huh? Right? Accidentally, right? Don't do that, right? So if you are dividing two numbers, those two numbers should be in same units. Are the same unit? Centimeter, centimeter, meter, meter, right? And when it comes to the liquid measurement, like liter, liter, milliliter, milliliter, right? So on and so forth. When it comes to the what we say, the weight, අපි බරමයිනෝනේ weight, right? So the lesson is mass, right? So kilogram divided by kilogram, right? Gram divided by gram, milligram divided by milligram, right? You cannot divide kilogram by, right, something else, gram, right? So it will be wrong, right? So here now we have 400 centimeters, right? Length of a tile is 40 centimeters, right? Because we are finding a number of tiles. So centimeter to centimeter can be cut. ඒවා cut කරලා අයින් ගන්න පුළුවන්. We can remove them, right? 400 divided by 40. So we need 10 tiles. Right? So we need 10 tiles. පුතේ මෙතන අමතක වෙලා දාන්න එපා 10 centimeters එහෙම කියලා, right? Don't put 10 centimeters instead of tiles. හරි? මෙතන එක වාටව දැම්මෙන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා උදේ, right? මෙතන at once you might put 10 centimeters. But you are calculating number of tiles. Can that be in centimeters? අරක centimeters වෙන්න පුළුවන්? In units, no? So it should be 10 tiles. So your answer should be this. Right? So Buddha, when you are giving an answer in your exam paper, you need to show the necessary steps. Right? I know you guys can calculate by using your mind. Calculate කරන්න පුළුවන්. Yes, super, right? But teacher wants to know what are the steps that you have taken to get the answer. Otherwise you will lose marks. එහෙම නැති වුණොත් ඔයාලට marks නැති වෙනවා. keep that in your mind. So you have to show these steps and also this conversion as well. මේකත් පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ, right? 4 meters into 400 centimeters. If I am the teacher who is checking your examination, right, exam papers, I will give 1 mark for this one, right? 1 mark for this one, 1 mark for this one, right? 1 mark for this one and this one, right? At least half marks I will give. For this one half, for this one half. Right? That is how I am going to check your papers if I were the teacher of you. Right? I was the teacher of you, right? Mama teacher, this is how I am going to give you marks. If you skip any of the, right? If you skip any of the steps, you will lose marks. මෙහෙම දාමු පුතේ. in your O-level exam as well, you need to show the necessary steps. හරිද? අර දඩ වඩ ගාලා එකපාර හදාන්න යන්න එපා. Right? You can do that in your A-levels. හරි A-levels and after the campus. හරි campus එකේදී ඒක කරන්න පුළුවන්. But now you cannot do it. Right? Okay, right. Okay. This is the second question, na? Right. Right. I will do Puthala machine is slow. Right. I will do the third one. Yeah. This one is what I usually. What is the third one? If the perimeter of a rectangular shaped paddy field of a length 40 meter is 130 meters, find its breadth. Right? Find its breadth. Make a Puthala Malaysia, make a unknown in that, but I will do. Right? Okay. Now focus on the board. Huh? That is the third question. So when you are doing this one, if you cannot understand the question, right? If you cannot understand the question, please draw a rough sketch. Right? So draw a small picture so that you can get the full idea of that. Right? When you see, right? When you see through your eyes, you will extract more information to your brain. ඔය ඔයාලා මේ සමහර ඒවා බලනකොට ඇස් දෙක ලොකු කරලා බලනව නේද? හරිද? ඔය මේ පේන්නේ නැති සමහර දේවල් එහෙම තියෙනවනේ. ඔයාලා ඇස් දෙක ලොකු කරලා බලනවනේ. ඒ මොකටද? Why you guys are doing that? ඇස් දෙක ලොකු කරන්නේ ඒක ඕගොල්ලෝ. ඇස් දෙක අරින්න. ඔයාලට ගොඩක් information ගන්න ඕනේ ඇස් දෙකට. හරිද? So that you can clearly take a picture of that particular moment to your brain. හරිද? මොලේ ඉල්ලනවා මචං මට මදි පොඩ්ඩක් zoom වෙලා ටිකක් zoom කරන්න. හරිද? මට හොඳට බලන්න ඕනේ ඒක කියලා මොලේ ඉල්ලනවා. So that's why you are right අර හොඳට ඇස් අරින්න ඕම කරලා. Open your eyes. හරිද? අන්න ඒ වගේ හරිද? You need to draw a small sketch. If you cannot understand the question at once, හරිද? එකපාර තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් you need to draw a question. You need to draw a picture. Right? It would be great. Right? මම පොඩි කාලේ මට සමහර වෙලාවට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. සිංහලෙන් කියුවොත් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ හොඳේ. හරිද? I did in සිංහල මීඩියම් නේ. හරිද? But පොඩි කාලේ අර මගේ මැටිකමේ තරම කියන්නේ I couldn't understand the question when I am reading. So that I had a habit. මට පොඩි habit එකක් තිබ්බා. I am drawing. Right? Sketch එක අඳිනවා පොඩි. මේක තමයි story of the question. I am drawing it. Then I can understand it better. Right? So I can go for my answer. Right? Right. Make an extra amount, right? This one is quite easy. Right? So paddy field, there is a rectangular paddy field. Where the length has been given as 40 meters and the breadth you do not know. I will take it as B, breadth. But perimeter given 130 meters, right? So this is it. This is the whole thing that you need to know. Now you don't need to read the question again and again. All the things are here. Length is 40 meters, breadth you have to find, but perimeter has been given, right? So you know how to write the perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter already equals 130 meters. Hurry. This is, they have been given to us, right? Perimeter of this rectangular shaped paddy field can be written down as, if you can remember from last week, right? 2 times length plus breadth. So this is it. You need to remember this one, right? Perimeter of a rectangle. 2 times L plus B. L plus B means length plus breadth. Right. So perimeter is this. So the here 2 times length, you know it, right? You know that 40. Breadth, you have to find that. The perimeter is 130. Right. Now you need to remove this 2 from your left hand side in order to find the value of B. What can you do? Uh,
Sir,
over there.
we have to multiply them both and remove the brackets. So 80 plus 2b.
Right. So you are telling me you are going to remove the brackets, right? Yeah. First of all, you can do that also. You can remove the brackets. Sinara, what you are going to do in order to find the value of B in this step? Yes. Agnesai gave me an answer. Super. What is your method? මොකක්ද පුතේ වාගේ method එක? Can method how you are going to continue?
Sir, අපේ 40 meters නම් මුළු පෙරිමීටර් එක පෙරිපිල්ලේ එක ලෙන්ත් එකක් 130 නම් 130 එකතු කරලා 260 වෙනකොට 260 කින් අඩු කරන 40 meters.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Chirat. Yeah. Chirat's way is correct. Chirat is calculating the whole thing by using the mind, right? So yes, Chirat, you are correct, right? Super, right? Right. I am asking now you how you are going to continue from here. Sinara, can you tell? Chirat's way is correct. Chirat, I know you are calculating all things by using mind, right? That's okay.
Sir, breadth length of 40 meters නම් 40 එකතු කරලා කරොත් 40 80 නම් 80 අඩු කරනවා 130 ඒකෙන් එන උත්තරේ දෙගුණයක් කරනවා හොයාගන්න එක බ්‍රෙත් එකක්.
Yeah. So you are going to divide the rest of the answer by 2 so that you can get breadth B. So that is one of the ways that you can do. And Sinara, can you tell me how you continue from here? Chirat, not not Chirat. Sinara.
Sir, I multiplied 4 by 2. Then I subtract 130 from 80.
Not other way. You are subtracting 80 from 130. Alright. Okay. So there are a few ways to do, right? So here you have brackets. You can simplify these brackets as well, right? 2 times 40, 80 plus 2 times B, 2B equals 130. Correct? Now this is 80. Correct? This is 80. Right? You need to remove this 80 from your left hand side. Right? So 2B minus 80. So you are going to subtract 80 from both sides. So positive 80, negative cancel out, cancel. So you have now 2B. 130 minus 80 will give you 50. Now you can divide both sides by 2. Both sides by 2. 2 times 1, 2 times 1. So B equals 50 divided by 2, 25 centimeters. Alright, so breadth is equal to 25 centimeters. If you cannot understand this, don't worry, I will let you know and easily. Right? That's what Chirat said. Chirat QA. Right? Right. So You know the whole perimeter thing, maybe. And whole perimeter thing is known, right? And length is 40, right? So if this length is already 40, now you can say this length is also 40. And this is breadth and this is also breadth. Right. Now you know the perimeter is 130. Right? 130. You are going to remove this 40 and this 40. And if you add these two 40s together, you will get 80 meters. Right? You will get 80 meters. Right? So total length, you can write the total length. Total length of the paddy field. 40 meters plus 40 meters. 40 plus 40, 80 meters. Right? And you can write total breadth. Right? Total breadth. B plus B. 2B. Right? Sorry, I will write it B plus B. 2B. Now, Buddha, right? You know the perimeter is 130 meters, right? 130 meters, right? So you are going to get the total breadth plus total length, which is your perimeter, right? Which is your perimeter, right? So how you are going to write? Perimeter can be written down as 2B plus 8. Right? Perimeter of this paddy field can be written down as breadth plus length. Breadth plus length. This is the total breadth. This is the total length. Right? Total breadth plus total length. Right? All length. Right? So you can say this perimeter is this 130. Again the same thing. Right? Again the same thing. Hey. Now, how we are going to find the value of P? How we are going to find the value of P? You need to subtract this 80 from both sides. Maybe subtract from this side. You have to subtract. Cancel out, cancel out. 130 minus 80. Right? So it is 50. 2 times breadth. Right? 2 times breadth. So if you want to get the answer for B, right, you can divide 50 by 2. Because 2 times breadth equals 50. So what is 1 times breadth? Right? What is the magnitude of your breadth? Right? What is the measurement of your breadth? 50 divided by 2. Right? Both sides you need to divide by 2. Right? You are going to divide both sides by 2. Right? So that you can get the answer like this. 25 centimeters. Right? Right. So this is it.
Sir, 25 meters.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. It should be meters, sir. Right. Right. It should be meters. Yes. Right. I will share the screen. Right. I will do the fourth one. This is the length of a rectangular shaped wall. Right. Again, rectangular thing. Huh? Rectangular shaped wall tile is greater than its breadth. Right. By 10 centimeter. Right. Breadth right. 10 centimeter long. Right. If the breadth of the tile is 15 centimeters, find its perimeter. Right. Okay. Right. Now I will tell how to do this one. If you use your mind, you can do that very easily. Yeah. No need to draw pictures or anything. But if you use your mind to calculate the lengths, right? If you think somewhat, yes, you can do this. Fourth one, right? Fourth one. The length of a rectangular shaped wall tile is greater
So,
than its breadth. But
the answers are 40 centimeters for the equivalent triangle, and the square is 30 centimeters.
you are telling me the answers. Which one?
This one.
This one.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. බලමු. මොකද මම ඒක හරියටම පැහැදිලි වදිච්ච එක. Right? Okay, let's see.
පස්සනේ කිව්වේ.
ඒක තමයි මාත් බැරි. Right. So the fourth one, again you have a rectangular shape. So opposite sides are equal in length of a rectangular shape wall. Right. So this is a again wall tile. Right. So let's read. The length of a rectangular shaped wall tile is greater than its breadth by 10 centimeters. Right. And if the breadth of the tile is 15 centimeters, breadth has been given. Right. This is 15 centimeters. Now we can calculate the length. Right. Right. How we are going to obtain the length? Right. We have to read the first sentence again. Right. The length of a rectangular shaped wall tile is greater than its breadth by how many centimeters? 10 centimeters. Right. So you know already your breadth. Right. You know already your breadth. Right. This is it, 15 centimeters. And this length is greater than, right, 10 centimeters than this breadth, right? So you have to add 10 centimeter here to your length, right? Breadth plus 10 centimeters. It will give you your length, right? It will give you the length of the wall tile, right? So breadth is 15 centimeters. You have to add 10 centimeters, right? If you want to get the length of that tile. So this is it. So this will give you 25 centimeters.
5 centimeters.
Right? Right. So you can find the perimeter now.
So the perimeter is 80 centimeters.
Okay, let's see. Right? So 2 times length plus breadth. Right? 2 times length means 25. Breadth means 15. So 25 plus 15 will give you 40, right? 40 multiplied by 2. Yes, 80 centimeters. Super. So the perimeter will be 80 centimeters, right? හිරුෂ මට ඔය ඇහුවේ නෑනේ මාගේ මේ හිරුෂ ඉන්නවද? ආයස් හිරුෂ මට ඇහුවේ නෑනේ මොකද්ද මේ මොකද්ද ආගේ YouTube channel එක? මේ කවුද? හිරුෂ කෝ සෙනුලි නේ. සෙනුලි ගිහිල්ලාද? සෙනුලි මුලින් හිටියා නේද? இது வெயிட்டா பரவாயில்ல whatever taking group is Janani here? Janani no other? No, right? Janani මම දැක්කා log කරලා ඉන්නවා. Yours ඉන්නවා. Shehan is here. Chanudri no. Chanudri. Nitushi maybe. Right. Now I will share the screen again. Right. This one. Fifth one. Right. So what we have here. Fifth one. There are two pieces of wire of length 60 centimeter each. Right. Two pieces of wires. Right. 60 centimeter each. Right. Amali makes an equilateral triangle by bending one of these. Right. By bending one of these, right? Amali is making a equilateral triangle. So you know that, right? All the sides are equal of a equilateral triangle by bending one of these pieces of wire. And Sandamini makes a square, right? With one of the other piece of wire. Right? So first question, find the length of a side of equilateral triangle made by Amali. Right? Find the length of side of a square made by Sandamini. Right. So very basically, what you have to see here is, right? What thing again? Forgot about right. So there are two friends, right? So there are two friends. This fifth question, right? Amali and Sandamini. And there are two friends. So here, and also those two friends have two pieces of wires as well. This is 60 centimeters. And this wire is also 60 centimeters. Right? And Amali is making an equilateral triangle. So the special thing that you need to remember is when you have an equilateral triangle, all the lengths are equal. Right? All the lengths of sides are equal for an equilateral triangle. And Amali making an equilateral triangle, Sandamini making a square, right? For a square, right, all the sides are equal in length, right? So what they are asking in the first question, they are asking find the length of a side of a equilateral triangle, and second one find the length of side of a square, right? So very easy. So if I take length of a side of this equilateral triangle as L, right? I will assume. So I will tell A, right? Length of this side is A of the equilateral triangle. Right? So very basically, if you can remember the last thing, right? So how we are going to find the perimeter of an equilateral triangle? That is A plus A plus A. That is 3 times A. 3A. Right? So you can write. So 3A, which is your perimeter of this equilateral triangle, right? Equal to this 60 centimeters. Because Amali taking that piece of wire, one piece of wire, right? And she is bending it, right? So that she can make an equilateral triangle. Correct?
Then
So,
and
yes.
one.
So, this six. Are you asking more question? Are you asking any question? Right. So this is 60 centimeters, right? So Amali is bending that 60 centimeter piece of wire until she gets an equilateral triangle. Right? Right. So the perimeter is of 60 centimeters.
Two pieces of wire length, two pieces of wire of length 16 centimeters.
Yeah, 60 centimeter each. So that one is taken by Amali and the other one is taken by Sandamini. So two pieces of wires. For one is for Amali and the other one is for Sandamini. Right? So that's how those two wires have been divided among this one, right? Between Amali and Sandamini. So the perimeter of this equilateral triangle is equal to 60 centimeter. Same as that, perimeter of this square is also equal to 60 centimeters because okay. Is there any question? So Sandamini is also making this square by bending this 60 centimeter piece of wire, right? So the perimeter of this square is also equal to 60 centimeters, right? So the perimeter of this equilateral triangle, you can write it as 3 times A. If you take the length of one side as A. So this is A, this is A, this is A. 3 times A. That is again your perimeter. And you have already know, right? You have already been given the perimeter of this equilateral triangle as 60 centimeters. Right? 3A equals 60 centimeters. Perimeter, perimeter. So, if you want to find the value of A, you have to divide it by 3. Both sides you need to divide by 3. So, length of one side of equilateral triangle is 20 centimeters. Right? And also, same thing you can apply for this one as well. Right? Same thing you can apply for this one as well. How you are going to apply? This is something like modern way. Make a modern way. If you use the traditional way, if you use the traditional way, how you are going to do? Right? So I will take the length of one side is B of this square. Of this square. So that you can write the perimeter of this square is 60 meters, 60 centimeters. Right? Perimeter of the square, because Sandamini is bending this 60 centimeter piece of wire until she gets an square, right? So perimeter of square is equal to 60 centimeters, right? So now I can write, right? Since the square has equal 4 sides, right? Since the square has equal 4 sides, right? Equal 4 sides. I can write length of one side is, right? Length of one side can be calculated by using this. 60 centimeter is the total perimeter and you are going to divide it by 4 because you have 4 sides, equal 4 sides, right? So this is the traditional way, right? So that you can get the length of one side as 15 centimeters, right? 15 centimeters. If you use the modern way, this is the modern way, right? ඔබල practice කරන්නත් ඕනේ මේක, right? It will be very easy to calculate, හරි? Right. So උදා, so I will do this one as well. මෙහෙමත් කරන්න. So this is method 1, and if you use the modern way, you can do it very easily, right? Length of the one side of the square is b. So perimeter of the square can be written down as 4 times b, right? 4 times b equals 60 centimeters. If you want to find the value of b, right, you are going to divide both sides by 4, right? 4 times 1, 4 times 1. b equals 60 divided by 4, 15 centimeters. Correct? So make both answers are correct. B is length of one side of the square, right? So this is the answer for the fifth one. Right? Right. Okay, guys. Right, okay. So let's go for some more questions. And now it is 7:05. Right? I will do another one question. Okay? All right. Irusha, send me answers. Right? So it has to be right. I will do some small one, right? Right. I will do the 7th one, right? This one will be done in next week. Mega my 11th. So the
So අපි ගිහති කරන්න.
हमें कर super. Okay. Okay, well, thank you, Kira. मैं करा नहीं yeah. So we did that.
Yes, sir, we do that.
Oh, this. Thank you.